Hey YouTube, it's Leanna, Stars Darkside 21. So I want to come on here and do week 80 post-op lap band. I'm a little sick, so you'll have to bear with me. And I'm like loopy as well, so yeah. Anyways, okay, so week 80 post-op lap band. I did not weigh myself this week. I didn't weigh myself the week before either. I didn't get a chance to, after my marathon, which I'll do a whole separate video, but after my marathon, I did not have a scale. So I didn't have a chance to weigh myself, and then I was out of town all week, and I ate out all week, and so I wasn't going to torture myself with the scale. So I made these videos yesterday, and I didn't like them, so I'm redoing them. So you know, as of yesterday, I've gotten back on track, and I'm doing good. So it also helps that I'm sick, and I just don't want to eat anything. So yeah, it's helping, you know, with any cravings that I have left over. Because sometimes, for some reason, like, I mean, I'm in and out of a grocery store every single day, right, for work. And Christmas came, and the Christmas candy did not bother me. Valentine's Day came, and that candy did not bother me. Easter came, and oh my gosh, whole nother story. And I was telling, I don't know if I was telling my husband this or if I was telling Mila, but Easter is, for some reason, the one holiday where I always had a ton of candy. You know, my grandma used to give me an Easter basket full of goodies and all that. And so I think that's where I associate wanting the candy from. So it's been really hard, and I guess it's a good thing that I was training for my marathon. But I was eating the marshmallow covered, you know, the chocolate covered marshmallow eggs. I've been in love with like the caramel Cadbury eggs and the egg Whoppers, and anything I could get my hands on, I was eating. So yeah, but anyways, and so it's weird because I kept thinking, why am I drawn to, you know, this candy? And I realized, you know, when I was younger in the past, I always got Easter candy, so it was weird. Anyways, so week 80, I was pretty much out of town. I left Friday for my marathon, and from Friday all the way until Tuesday evening, we were in LA, and then came back home and pretty much had nothing to eat here at home, so it's just my husband and I, so we just ate out every night. So pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we ate out. And you know, it's funny because here I was thinking, oh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, right? Probably by day 3, I was ready for my regular food, you know, my Greek yogurt, my fish patties, like what I normally make. I was, you know, craving that. So I thought that was kind of interesting that here, you know, I was so excited to splurge on whatever I wanted to eat, and I just wanted to eat my regular food. So that was interesting. And then also, while I was in LA, I had a consultation with 2 plastic surgeons. I believe I mentioned their names, Dr. Katzen and Dr. Aga. You know, you don't necessarily know what to expect. You see what you see on TV, and you just, you know, you're not sure. Never, you know, had a consultation before. So it was interesting to have 2 consultations. Both of them were completely different kinds of consultations. And long story short, I had no idea that my husband was, you know, did not like the idea of, you know, these consultations. And I wasn't aware of that. So I would suggest, you know, any of you guys that take your husbands, you know, or boyfriends or whatever, that you have a conversation with them. Because I was under the impression that, you know, my husband and I were on the same page, and we were not. So he was very irritated and upset that, you know, another man had to touch me and whatnot. And so, you know, it was kind of like, what do you expect? Like, what else? I mean, that's what happens at these consultations. You know, they look at your problem areas and see what can be done, you know. And so I did not know that my husband was very uncomfortable with it. I'm sure any man would be uncomfortable with it, but I didn't realize to the extent. So anyways, also wanted to talk about, make sure that you get more than one consultation. You know, and it was hard because I had one consultation on Saturday and then one on Tuesday. And Saturday, you know, my husband was livid. He was upset for hours afterwards. And so he was like, let's just go to this doctor, you know, I don't want to go through another consultation and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, you know, because I wanted to see the other doctor. Like, you know, I was interested in both of them, you know, and so I didn't want to not see one or the other. So, let me just tell you, you know, I think both, you know, surgeons do equally as great of work, but one surgeon was a lot more thorough with the, just with the whole process. And when I called and made an appointment, they sent me a brochure and a letter. After the appointment, they sent me another letter thanking me for, you know, having the consultation. And the other doctor did none of that. You know, it was kind of like, you know, one doctor just kind of looked at me and was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. Okay, you know, and just like, yeah, you know, real simple. And then the other surgeon pulled out the measuring tape, measured everything, explained everything, had not only him in the room, but had another woman in the room. So, you know, you felt a lot more comfortable, and my husband felt comfortable. And so, you know, like I said, you never know what doctor you're going to connect with better. So, you know, just make sure that you know, like I said, have more than one consultation. Prices were completely different from one surgeon to the other surgeon, and they're both really, you know, good known surgeons. So, you know, it just was very interesting to see, you know, the two different consultations. So, needless to say, I will be having reconstructive surgery with Dr. Aga. And in the next couple weeks, I'll be putting down a deposit and then having my surgeries. I will have a tummy tuck and breast augmentation in January of 2014. So that's the best time for me to take off work. If not, I'd be getting it done next week. I'll tell you that much. So, you know, both surgeons said that I don't need to lose any more weight, that I, you know, am good where I'm at. I personally would like to lose another 10 pounds, but it was just nice for, you know, someone else to say that, you know, the way my body is, the way my shape is, you know, I don't have an extra, you know, however many pounds to lose. So that was, you know, nice to hear. And I think that's pretty much all I got, you know, on that. And like I said, you know, one thing that I wasn't, you know, aware of was, you know, make sure you have that good conversation with your husband or your spouse or whoever, you know, is going with you, and make sure that you guys are on the same page, because, you know, I had to deal with a very upset husband for, you know, 2 hours afterwards, because, you know, and I think a lot of that was just, you know, the surgeon's approach. And, you know, one surgeon came in, you know, and explained his credentials and this and that, and you know, did a lot of explaining, and was, like I said, Dr. Aga was very thorough. So it made my husband really comfortable. And you know, that's, like I said, just make sure you have that conversation, and then also check out more than one, you know, because you want to make sure you're not getting gypped, right? And, you know, and whatnot. So, anyways, this is week 80 post-op lap bond. I will talk to you all later.